Hello, Serica here, and I wanted to give you an update on my Nubian twist. I had these installed 2 weeks ago. Well, actually tomorrow will be 2 weeks ago. And I have two issues. One issue I have all the time. The other issue I rarely have. The rare issue is I found probably 15 to 20 tiny white balls at the root of every single one of these twists, at the knot or the top of the braid on every single one of these twists. Now, those tiny little balls are basically shed hairs. Well, they look sort of like shed hair, but they're not shed hair. I know that because A, they're only right in the front of the hairline, where they were the tightest. And when you pluck your hair, your eyebrows, and you look at the follicle, it tends to be elongated instead of short and round. It tends to be a little tacky, kind of sticky, and it tends to be a brighter white. When you find a shed hair, say on the shower wall or on the bathroom floor or on the countertop or in your brush, those tend to be very round. They tend to be hard, and they tend to be not quite yellow, but less bright white than when you pluck them out. So these were somewhere in between. They didn't look like my standard shed hair with the white rounded ball, and they didn't look like the elongated ones that I run into when I pluck my eyebrows. They were somewhere in the middle. And I didn't notice them for at least 5 days, I want to say, after I got the twist put in. So they definitely weren't, plucked out while my hair was being braided, because I would have seen them long before I did. So that tells me that they were too tight. Well, it tells me they were too tight, which I already knew, that the parts were too small, which I already knew, and that the hair is too heavy. Actually, this is very light hair as far as hair goes. I'll have to talk to you guys about the hair that I use, because you'll notice they're not curled on the ends and they're not puffy on the ends. And they're not really Nubian twist hair, because Nubian twist hair tends to look like 3-strand twist instead of looking like 2-strand twist sometimes to me. And I really like the look of 2-strand twist, but I didn't want to use the typical Marley or kinky twist hair just because it's so heavy. So issue number 2 is slippage. I've had this problem pretty much since I've been getting my hair braided or braiding my hair myself. Can you see that? This much slippage. When I braid my hair myself, the first time I wash my hair, the braids slide anywhere between 1/2 inch to an inch. When I get them professionally braided, they slide anywhere from 1/2 inch to an inch, but their braiding tends to make the hair slide less soon and less far. So mine will get to the point where they'll just slide right out of my hair entirely. And when the braiders do them, this is the amount of slippage I normally have, especially in the back, when my hair has been washed once. So I braid my own hair, I twist my own hair, and I wash it once and they slip this far. The braiders, I've washed my hair numerous times, and when the braiders do them, theirs don't do that. So these have been in for 2 weeks, and now they're starting to slip. So it bought me about 2 weeks. That's 2 weeks longer I get to keep my braids in. And that also explains why I have such a hard time keeping them in for the entire 8 weeks. It's mainly because the slippage, in addition to the growth, means that there's 2 inches of hair between the top of the braid and my scalp. Yeah, that's not a good look. So what I do is take them out early. I end up taking them out. When I do them myself, I only keep them for a month. When the braiders do them, I think 7 weeks is as far as I've ever gotten, but I always hope for 8 or 9 weeks, and by then, no. Anywho, those are my two issues, and I'm just going to deal with the slippage. Hope it doesn't go too fast. I could probably wash my hair less frequently, but again, my goal here is to protect my hair while it grows out, natural. It is really not about whether or not they slip or whether or not I have to get them put back in. All that stuff is neither here nor there. If I want to take them out, I'll just take them out if they look bad, but it's really about the health of my hair and not necessarily about the way this looks. So, although I don't want to look bad, you know what I'm saying. Talk to you guys soon.